Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have another early look at the upcoming card update, and this information comes from the CBT client. After seeing the release of the shadow cards, I honestly thought maybe we would get a little break before the next wave of alien cards arrived. Well, apparently not. The alien cards are coming again, and there are 3 cards in particular that I think you guys need to pay attention to. The first one is the Yin Yang Card. This card is probably the most interesting one of the 3. From what we can see in the CBT, it gives 10% all elemental attack. But the really interesting part is its elemental conversion effect. Basically, the card can automatically change your weapon element depending on the enemy's armor element. For example, if the enemy is using fire armor, your attack can automatically change into water element, allowing you to hit the enemy's elemental weakness. And honestly, this could become extremely powerful for certain jobs. Imagine not having to manually change your weapon element. Every time you switch targets, you simply attack the enemy and the card does the elemental adjustment for you. But this is still something we need to test properly. There are several questions that I don't have the answer to yet. For example, what happens when the enemy is neutral? Since neutral doesn't have a traditional elemental weakness, what element will the card choose? And what happens when you're hitting multiple enemies with different elements at the same time? Does the element switch according to the main target? Or does something else happen? These are things we need to test when the card becomes available. So for now, I would say the Yin Yang card is very interesting, potentially very strong, but not something I would immediately tell everyone to spend for. The second card is the alien Snake Demon Gorgons Card. This one gives additional final damage based on the difference between your critical rate and the target's critical defense up to around 20%. It can also reduce the target's Luke. On paper, this sounds pretty strong for certain critical-based builds, but personally, I don't think this is a card that I desperately need for my main setup. For me, this is probably going to be more of a collection and deposit target, especially because the deposit reward gives an additional offhand refine level. So if you get the card, great, but I wouldn't go crazy chasing it. And then we have the third card, which is the one I actually predicted before, the alien Tao Gunka Card. This card gives +1 holy element armor, and this one could become quite interesting for PvP and Doai, especially because it can be used as a direct counter against jobs that rely heavily on holy elemental damage. And of course, for us Himmelness players, this is something we definitely need to keep an eye on. If you didn't manage to get the previous alien Aramis option, this could potentially become another useful defensive choice. In some situations, it may even be more attractive than relying on poison armor. But again, we need to see the final implementation and the actual meta before deciding how important it really is. From what we're seeing in the CBT, my guess is that the Yin Yang card could potentially appear through a box, while the other alien cards may come through the card gacha system. And honestly, that's the part that makes me nervous, because we're already dealing with Frostcore progression, shadow cards, new equipment, collaboration content, and all the other progression systems. Now we're adding another layer of cards on top of everything. So before you guys start preparing thousands of BCC, I would say, don't panic buy yet. Let's wait for the final release, the actual price, the pity system, and most importantly, let's see how these cards perform in real gameplay. There is one more thing I think Monokuma players should pay attention to. The Stone Curse. Had coming in the upcoming Headwear Card gacha could be extremely useful for Monokuma, especially because of the interaction with its gameplay. So if you're currently playing Monokuma, this is probably something worth preparing for. For me personally, I'm not going to chase everything immediately. I want to see which cards actually make a meaningful difference before deciding where my BCC goes. Because at this point, ROM is giving us candies faster than we can eat them. And the important thing is choosing which candy is actually worth eating. So that's my early look at the upcoming alien card update from the CBT client. Keep in mind guys, CBT information can still change before the final release, so don't treat these numbers as 100% confirmed yet. Prepare your resources, keep an eye on the exchange, and most importantly, don't spend blindly. Thank you for staying tuned guys. Good luck with your progression, and hopefully the next update brings us something worth getting without completely destroying our BCC wallet. See you in the next video.